Hey guys, hopefully you can now hear me, and this is all working. Let me just do a little check on my phone, just make sure I'm not screwed this up. Yeah, sounds good to me. Feel free to pop in the chat if you are around. If you're in the YouTube channel, you can chat. If you're on Facebook, I think that works as well. I think even Twitter works. So feel free to chat. I'm just going to load up a setup, go do a bit of practice. Looks like there's going to be quite a few people in this race, and I'll explain to you what this is all about. Here we go. So let me just get my little button box open so I can change between screens.
That's a new fastest lap for Scott, 2:47.50.
Right, let's just see if this works. Yeah, buttons are working. So basically, I'm trying to get to, today, trying to get to 6.7k iRating, and ultimately trying to get to over 7k. Look at my messy hair, I need a shave. But yeah, the purpose today, if I can win 3 or 4 races before I go to bed tonight, which is a bit of a ask actually, because they're on every 2 hours, so it'll be 6:45, 8:45, maybe 10:45, so maybe 3 races I can enter. If I can do well in those, and they're high enough rated, then we should be able to get to pretty much 6.7. If anything goes wrong, then I'm completely screwed and I'll drop back a load of places, a load of points. So that's the plan. The plan is to move forward. So the races should be good, hopefully. They've been quite exciting at Spa. It's a big slipstream fight, but a bit more exciting than at Monza because we've got corners as well. So I'm going to go do some practice, and feel free to chat. I should be able to see what you're saying. Let's pop the music off. In fact, we'll leave the music on and let me know if it's annoying, or if you might not even be able to hear it when I'm driving. No, I can't see the chat. So let's just get the chat working. Reloading the chat. Why can't I see the restream? P1 or bust, you're right, dude. I'm just trying to find the restream chat. It doesn't seem to exist on my VR. My VR emulator thing. There it is. Restream chat. Yeah, now I can see your chat. What's the target here at the moment? Ooh, that's quick. Matthias Antela, he's a new guy. I haven't seen him so far this week. Right, so this is some practice, and qualifying's at 6:45.
Track's clear. Push, push, push.
Yo! I just realised we haven't got the standings up. You guys can't see the proper standings. Let me just load that. Always forget this. Always forget to put Race Lab apps up. Let's get off the track. Did I get rammed? You haven't got my onboard. Ah, because we're... yeah, sorry. There you go. Let me just make sure we can get all the overlays up so you can actually read them. Yeah, don't worry, I've just fixed that now. So, just going to refresh all these so you should be able... Here we go. Standings, just refresh it and you should be able to see it, and then Relative. Go, last one. There we are. Now you should be able to see it all. Sorry about that, guys. Lovely. Right, let's go do some laps. How long have I got till... we've got 15 minutes till qualifying. Let's see if we can do some laps. Well done.
Thanks, Javier. Thanks for breaking up my lap. You couldn't just let me by, huh?
Take care, there's a car approaching.
So this is going to go into 2 splits because we've already got 24 people and we've got 15 minutes to go. So we only need 2 more people to join for this to go into 2 splits, and that's good because if it splits then the iRating strength of field will be higher and we'll get more points if we do well. So I don't know how hot the track is. You guys can see it on the bottom of the screen. I can't see it on my screen. If you can let me know how hot the track is.
I didn't see that you were in here until now.
Guys, if anyone cares, I'm streaming this this race, so the next race will be on my YouTube channel, and Facebook page and stuff, so feel free to check it out.
Oh, that's cool, man. I stream iRacing too, but I'm not streaming this particular race. If you want to send me your channel after the race, I'll subscribe to you.
The track temperature is increasing. It's
Yeah,
now
likewise, man.
32
Likewise.
Celsius.
It's just my name. You just look for my name on YouTube, you find it.
Alright, cool. Wait, weren't you the guys that won the race last night, or... No, 2 nights ago at Monza?
Yeah, I've won most of the races I've entered in this series in the last few days, but I had one that went really badly, so I'm trying to make up for that.
Oh, okay.
What I mean...
On Tuesday, I got taken out at the start of the race, and then the race I did today, I took out myself at Rosso, and yeah, ended up P11 with Charles or something.
Yeah, I got taken out deliberately by someone and had to protest him. Yeah, so...
Some people are just like, even if they are bad at launching their car, they refuse to give up their position to someone who gets a good launch. It's ridiculous.
Sector 1 time's okay.
Car left. Clear left.
So this lap has already been ruined by that blue guy, so luckily we get a second lap. And it's only practice.
Sector 2 is 0.32 off the pace. The track temperature is decreasing. It's now 29 Celsius.
Whoa, that's cold.
P3. Sector 3 time is fast.
I'm going to read that comment, Richard Malden, in a moment. I just don't want to look at it whilst I'm on this lap. I'll read the latest comments when I'm back in the pits.
Your quickest overall.
Yeah, so Richard, the way I got to 26x is I was on about 3x and we were on the penultimate lap. And then so that was just from running wide, you know, a couple of times. I was in 3rd place. And I went for a move on this guy, I can't remember his name, anyway. We'd had quite a clean race the whole time. I went for a move on his inside at, I don't know what the corner's called, but after Les Combes. I think it's like one of the right-handers in Les Combes. Went for a move. He closed the door. You know, he turned straight in on me, and I had nowhere to go really. We touched. Neither of us had damage. We both spun around. Hi, Martin. And everything was fine. We had a big gap to P4, so we weren't going to lose a place. So we just turned around, and I carried
Track
on.
temperature's falling. It's now 27 Celsius.
And at the very next corner, he just went full throttle into the back of me. Just drove 100%. Didn't attempt to brake. Just went flat out. Slammed me into the wall, and he only broke his front wing, but he put me in the barrier so hard my car was completely broken. But because we were near the end, I tried to limp around to finish the race, and by trying to limp around, the car was so broken I kept going off. And then on the final lap, someone literally just drove again straight into the back of me, flat out, didn't even try and avoid me. So then I got disqualified for having a 26x. Sorry. So that's why. That's how. Yeah, but anyway, since then it's been going well. I've won all of the races since then, so every race I've entered. So I don't know how many have we got now. 29 people registered. That's pretty good. We want it to be. We don't want anyone else to enter now because there we go, 30 now. Because yeah, let's just watch that lap back. I don't need to do any more practice. We'll just watch that lap back. Yeah, so now I've just been trying to gain that iRating back, so I've actually pretty much got back to where I was, so I lost about 120 from that incident, or that one race, even though I'd been winning all the races at Monza before that. That was my first race at Spa. All the races since then at Spa. Oh, I'm on the pit lane camera. That's the one. All the races since then I've won, so. That's funny, Richard. How's the new setup, Jamie? It's awesome. Yeah, it's really, really awesome. It's amazing. Yeah, this is where he nailed me. So I went into here, slowed down like normal, and he just went flat out into me and put me in that wall over. Anyway, I think he probably has been suspended for it, so I haven't seen him in any of the other races, put it that way. But just watching back my fastest lap. So 31 people registered now. We could kind of do with them not registering anymore. Just going to start diluting it. We've got 5 minutes, unfortunately. So ready? Should be a good race though, Spa. This has been really exciting, the races here this week so far. Shall we do a couple of practice starts? Just to make sure the race setup is working. Let's do some practice stuff. How's the clutch? Yeah, the clutch is in the right position. I've drawn a little. I don't know if you can see. Let me just go on the OBS screen so I can point it out. Yeah. So on the steering wheel here, you can't see it very clearly, but there's a little white line. So this red. If you look down at the bottom left of the screen, you can see the steering wheel. This little red dial is my clutch bite point adjustment a wheel, so I can change that and I've drawn a little white line on it and on the wheel in paint pen to make sure that if I knock that and the clutch is out of alignment, that I notice before the start of the race, because one of the races, am I only 9 seconds quicker, Martin, in this same car? I think, weren't you in the Formula 1 car when you did that time? I don't remember. I have to look back at your video. Yeah, I got a terrible start on Monza. I had to salvage a second place after dropping down to 15th because I knocked that. Anyway, let's go do a practice start.
There's traffic behind, take care.
We'll just go through the procedure again in case anyone cares. The procedure for a start, for me, press don't like.
The guy behind has just done a 2:00.9 seconds.
That's good. Right, so you go clutch 1, clutch 2, full brake, up to first gear, already in first, full throttle, drop the second clutch, and then off the brake to start. Wait for the revs to pick up to second gear, off you go. That's the start process. One car is like 13 or 14 seconds quicker than this. I think, I might be wrong. So what I'm going to do now is see if I can go through Eau Rouge with the DRS open on lap 1. So we've got the race set up on now, the race fuel and everything. Ooh, easy to look up. What's the brake bias? Should be there. Up to 35 people registered now. So we're on the race setup, so this lap won't be fast. But what I'm going to try now is see if I can open the DRS all the way through Eau Rouge on lap 1. Well,
Stay there, stay there.
well, it's actually lap 2, isn't it? But on the first time you go through it, full throttle. So the DRS is open now. You can see the blue square on the steering wheel means DRS is open. So I've got it wide open. You've got to steer really smoothly, otherwise you'll spin. You can feel the rear going light, but yeah, you can. Mr. Lescott says, looks awesome, don't know much about iRacing stuff or your rigs. Do you have force feedback on the wheel? Right, so let me tell you all about it. So, take this opportunity, whilst we're parked up, to tell you about the force feedback. So yeah, so by, I don't know what you mean by real feel pedals, Lescott, but the pedals are hydraulic, so you can see the OBP pedals down there. They're called a Pro Esports V2 pedal. The steering wheel most definitely has very strong force feedback. It's got an extremely powerful motor behind it. Sorry, people talking. It's called a SimuCube 2 Pro. Puts out 20 Newton meters of torque. It's more than enough to break your wrists, and if you're going to crash, you need to let go. Basically, I burn a lot of calories doing this, and my wrists ache from the force I have to put through the wheel. So, yeah, very much direct drive, force feedback, really realistic and really hard work. How long have we got, and how many people have entered? Oh, the race is ready to go. Where's my... Right, we'll dive into the race session. Oh, and Kirk was commenting from Facebook. That's cool. So Kirk, head to the YouTube channel. It's more interactive there. So this is the first race from this track I've streamed. Hopefully streaming it isn't going to slow down the frame rate too much. I seem to be getting a solid 144 frames per second, which is good. And I can talk loudly because Becca isn't here. She's on holiday, so that's good. Don't have to worry about annoying her. So let's just load the qualifying setup before I forget. Because I did do that. I did that at Monza, qualified on the race setup. So Kirk, just to show you, in case you didn't see the start, this is what the rig looks like. As an overview. So this is where I'm sat. We'll go back to this screen. Right, who's in this? Oh, and why can't I move the mouse? So I'm the number 1 seed, so it means I do have to... Oh, can't click on stuff properly. It means I do have to do very well, otherwise... Oh, we've got new people. Oh no, Yuki's here. Right, so Yuki Shirakawa is crazy fast, and he's only the 4th seed. That's a shame. Hey guys, does anybody know what the strength of field is in this race? What's the temperature? Track temp is 37, so it's actually pretty warm. 2.7k, thanks Richard. Is that showing on the stream? Yeah, I've just done the qualifying setup, but good reminding. Right, here we go then. So 2.7k is pretty good. It's the 2nd highest I've seen today. Yuki is the qualifying threat. Yuki is very, very fast in qualifying. I beat him in the last race, but it was on strategy rather than on speed. Here we go.
The pit exit looks clear. We've got
yeah, that's fine, Kurt. You stay on Facebook. Here we go. So in qualifying, we get to use DRS as many times as we want. I deliberately don't use it on the outlap because you have more downforce, obviously, when you're not using DRS, and that generates more tyre temperature. So I'm keeping DRS use just for the main laps. So I've got nice warm tyres. Doesn't make a massive difference, but it's something. And I try and open the DRS as early as possible without spinning, because obviously if you open it too early in some of the corner exits, you will spin. Also, I can't put a wheel off the track, otherwise that lap doesn't count. Just checking the brake bias. Yeah, it's the correct brake bias. So if I go wide there, for example, that lap won't count. We get 2 qualifying laps, and obviously just the fastest one counts. Hello, Daniels. Is it Daniels 30? I can't see the first letter of all the names. Right, don't talk to me whilst I'm on the lap. Here we go. We're about to start the first flying lap. I'm going to try not to screw up. I'll talk to you guys afterwards. Okay, DRS is wide open. I'm going to try and keep it open through Eau Rouge. The moment you lift off a fraction, it closes the DRS. So you've got to keep your foot absolutely pinned. Slow there. Oh, I had to back off. That section was bad. So we'll keep DRS open through Francorchamps. Not a great lap.
That's pole.
Room for improvement. See what Yuki does. So, Tamas only... Yuki's now the danger man. We'll look up there. Sugar. Double upshift. Oh, I lost half a tenth from that double upshift. Idiot. Lost the rear there. So I had the opportunity to improve, but threw it away in a couple of corners, which has given the option to old Tamas there to beat me. Yuki didn't set first lap. Had to try and brake late. We'll do a pit lane entry instead. Just so I get a feel for that in case I need to come in.
Look out for the pit speed limit. Box in 3.
Yeah, so I'd already
meters.
lost some time, so I had to try a really late break into the final chicane. Whew. Yeah, the tyres they get hot within one lap, Richard. Is it a something simulator only league, or could you be racing random people on a controller? Yeah, I mean, people could be on a controller, but I don't think anyone is. Everybody will be using a simulator of some description. Okay. Actually, no, I do want voice chat. Why did I turn that off? Fair warning, if it isn't as Crash's Van Gene stream, I'm going to lose interest. Yeah, hopefully it won't be as Crash's Van Gene stream. So Yuki got third, and I don't think Tamas improved. So I think we got away with that. Yeah, he went slower on his second lap, so we got away with that dodgy second lap. Oof, right, let's check the clutch again. Don't think it's moved, I think the clutch is in the right place. Okay, ready to race. So we got pole, that's the first part, but now we've got 3 or 4 very quick guys behind who are all going to want to beat us, and there's a massive slipstream effect here. So how much does force feedback change the sim? If I didn't have force feedback, I would be 10 seconds a lap slower if I could even get
That's
round.
the end of the session. Pole position. Nice one.
I couldn't drive without force feedback. I actually couldn't drive the car. I wouldn't have a clue what was happening. Right, here we go. So guys, don't worry too much about the first lap because...
Do I go pretty well?
yeah, good luck, guys, and Yuki and anyone in the top 4. It's probably in our interest to not fight too hard at the beginning. Obviously, do whatever you want, but if we work together, we'll definitely help ourselves.
I'd say that applies to everyone in the beginning.
Yes, I'm using the double clutch method. Absolutely using the double clutch method to pull away. Right, so sorry if I don't respond to you too much, chat. Feel free to talk amongst yourselves. I'll try and occasionally look up, but I've got a lot of work to do at the start to break away from these guys. They're all very fast, and with a slipstream, they'll just stay on my tail and pass me, and vice versa. So it's this is one of the dangerous races because we're going to be close to people all the time. Very, very easy to have contact. Goes without saying, but careful at turn 1, guys.
Yep. You too. Have a great race, guys.
The lights.
The air temp is 20 Celsius, 18 laps. Okay, get ready. Floor it, green, green, green.
Right, a bit of a lock up at turn 1 there. Oh, here comes Yuki. Sensible, guys, sensible at Lacoum.
Left side. Still there. Clear left.
Need to break away now because they're going to get a massive slipstream. I'm going to burn a DRS here. I've got 6 DRS uses left in this race. So I'm using one now to try and stay out of the slipstream of Yuki. Need those guys to fight. Right, they're going to get massive slipstreams from each other. I daren't touch the DRS at the moment because I don't want to lose the rear through here. I'm going to press it now to try and maintain this gap. So I've only got 5 left. I probably need to preserve them now. Look how they're closing up on the straights. 1.8.
There's an incident in Lacoum. We think it might be
Something
Simon.
happened. See, this is what I said about it being dangerous. When you're in a fight with people, easy for them to make a mistake and come together. Okay, we've got a lovely gap now, so I can preserve the DRSs. I won't use the others. We're just going to try and lap perfectly now for the rest of the race. Can't afford any mistakes because they'll be back on me straight away. And I'll just keep an eye on that gap. So they might start closing if they use DRSs. So Yuki was the biggest threat, and he's dropped back to 4th. So that's really good for us. That's why it's so crucial to stay in front on the first lap, and you know, force everyone else to fight. This is a track where you can easily make a mistake, though. So that's why I need to pull the biggest possible gap in case I make a mistake. They're back down to 5.3, so they closed a bit there.
Last lap time was at 2:02.63. Incident in the chicane. It looks like it's Mendes.
Yuki's back up to 3rd. See the gap coming down on the straight, 5.4, 5.3, 5.2.
The gap behind is now 5.7.
Once we've got a bit more of a gap, guys, I can chat to you on the long straight. So the lap times are slow because I'm not using DRS.
You're leading. Your lap time was at 2:03.14.
So once the fuel's down, I'll use DRS later when I need it. Although Carlos is not, you know, Carlos is the 3rd seed. He's not slow, and he's maintained that gap. He got down to 5.3 by the end of this straight last time. See what the gap is at the end of this straight this time. Yuki's gone. Okay, cool. Oh no, he's still 3rd. That must have been an old comment I just read. So in case it wasn't obvious, I'm pushing like crazy, and the gap is maintaining. Now they're not fighting. That's why I can't afford any rubbish laps, because they'll just be straight back on me. I'd talk you through a lap, but I don't know all the corner names. I only know some of the corner names. Hey Arno, how you doing?
The gap behind is now 6.0.
And all it takes is to be held up behind a back marker at some point. I mean, look, he's still similar gap again this lap. We're pulling away from 3 and 4. They've obviously got damage or something, but P2 is the threat. Peter Garrett, long time no see. Thanks for watching. This isn't the only race tonight. I'm going to do a couple more races tonight, so stick with us. So we're on lap 5 of 18. Kit Peter, I agree. Feel free to talk to each other, chat. Hey Johnny, cheers.
We're quickest at the moment.
We increased the gap that time, so that's nice. I love having you guys here, chat. It's so much nicer. It's nice having the moral, even though I can't read everything you say when I'm in the corners.
The gap behind
It is
now
nice to have you.
6.3 seconds.
Nice to refer to you on the straights. People chatting to Arno. Johnny, that's amazing. Wonder if Ramon's watching to pick up some tips. Last two. Well, I'm glad he's not here. Makes it easier to win when he's not here. Although he did take himself out of the race yesterday.
We're currently setting the pace.
Oh, hi Grandad. Hi Mum. Seen another comment coming there, I'll read that in just a sec. The Gilpin. I'll read your message in just a moment.
guy behind. The gap's now 7.4.
Right. Great sound of your race car. Cool. Hi, Peter. Oh, Peter's saying hi to my granddad. That's nice. This is what I mean. I like that the chat can talk to each other.
We're quickest right now. You've just done a 202.85.
So we're on lap 8 of 8. 10.5 laps to go. Too much inside curve there. Lost about half a tenth. I'm wondering why I'm pressing a button on the left of the steering wheel every so often. It's to clear the flies off my visor. Visor gradually gets dirty, and periodically you can tear off strips. No, Richard, the arm's not hurting. So I had my first COVID side effects. So feels good so far. No issues to speak of.
The gap behind is now 7.4 seconds.
Oh, another double upshift.
We're setting the pace. Lap times are pretty consistent. The guy behind has just done a 203.00.
So pulling a couple of tenths every so often on. But he's keeping me honest. I can't back off at all. Uh-oh. I think I don't have enough fuel. In the last race I had to back right off at the end. Okay, let's keep an eye on the fuel. I forgot to change the setup. I think I forgot to put extra fuel in. So fine, I'm going to have to pull a bigger gap towards the end. Right, let's pull a bigger gap. We're going to need about 10 seconds. That's annoying. Yeah, I cut it fine on fuel earlier and I ran out as I crossed the line. And that was after fuel saving for 3 lap gap. Let's get it up to 10 seconds. That'll give me a buffer to fuel save at the end. How's my thumb from yesterday? They're okay. Hands are okay.
That's half distance. We think about 9 laps of fuel left.
What's being referred to
was
there?
at 203.00.
What's being referred to there is because the direct drive steering is so powerful. If someone crashes into you, it's like someone crashes into you in a real car in terms of what the steering wheel does. So it can snap round really quickly in your hands and hurt you. So. Yuki's lost a lot of time, must have damage.
The gap behind is now 7.9.
It's a decent lap so far, this one. We're 30 seconds away from lapping our first on-track car, as in someone who's not in the pits. Don't know whether we'll catch them by the end, probably not.
You've just done a 202.74.
Yes, the blue cars on my little relative box there, that means it's a car that's on a different lap, as in a lap behind me. So yeah, that's that is exactly what that means. It means they're behind you. Takes a lot of strength to hold it through that corner. Don't know if the video is giving you an accurate impression of just how heavy this steering is when you're mid-corner. Yeah, you'll figure it out, Peter.
We're currently setting the pace. That was
As the fuel burns off and the car gets lighter.
the gap behind is now 8.9 seconds.
There's 7 laps to go. Car feels good. There's not much tyre wear in this series. The only problem that you get with tyres in these cars is it can overheat. If you spin the wheels a lot, then they'll overheat. And then they'll be very slippery. So that's why you'll see me being very, very smooth applying the throttle on the exits of all these corners, particularly the tight corners. But even like here, you don't want to get sideways, you don't want to spin the wheels because it will spiral very quickly into undrivable. That's at the limit of how wide you can go there. And what happens if you spin the wheels in a slow corner and you overheat the tyres, then you won't know whether you've got enough grip in the flat out corners where, so for example, if I was to spin the wheels out of the final chicane, these two tight hairpins really they are coming up, I then wouldn't commit to the DRS through Eau Rouge because there might not be enough rear grip to cope with it. So I'd play it safe. But you see just there, I'm just dancing with the rear, not going full throttle straight away, otherwise you'll spin the wheels.
We're setting the pace.
And there. So in 2 or 3 laps time we'll go for the fastest lap of the race with the DRS. So I've saved most of the DRSs up so I can use them in a few places on one lap. Got 5 DRS uses left. You can see that on the steering wheel there above the little green light where it says 5. The green light means that DRS is not currently being used. I'll answer that next question in just a moment once I can read it. I just can't look up when I'm in a corner. Are the VR goggles stereoscopic vision? I don't know what that means. Explain what you mean, Peter.
You're pulling away. The gap behind is now 10.0.
Yeah, so Peter, through the VR, I'm not seeing the same view as I'd see if I was watching on a screen. Not only is my view changing when I look around, but everything is literally 3D. So I can see the depth. So nothing looks flat. The car looks like a 3D object in space around me. So it doesn't look like I'm looking at a screen at all. It looks like I'm in the world. It feels like I'm at Spa, and everything has depth. That was a terrible lap.
Lap times are pretty consistent.
No, it doesn't make me dizzy, otherwise I wouldn't do it. It just feels like I've got a helmet on, Peter. Feels like I pull a race helmet on and get in the car, and I'm just in the car. These are my hands, this is my cockpit, these are my legs. They're all in exactly the right place, they're all in exactly the right proportion, the tyres are the right size, the mirrors are the right position. That's why I love the VR, because it doesn't feel like you're driving on a simulator, it feels like you're in a car. Especially when you've got such a good force feedback wheel. The only thing I'm not feeling obviously is G-force, but I've got more than enough other things being pulled to my brain, like the force feedback through the wheel, obviously all that vibration and the sound and the vision and things moving past me. There's more than enough things to convince my brain that I'm actually in a real car driving. So that's why this is so good. Added to the fact that if you crash it hurts because the wheel snaps around and potentially breaks your arms. I think it's the now of motorsport. This is why I struggle to go back to a screen, because it's so obvious that you're driving on a screen. It's just not the same. Yeah, so Peter, if you've not had a serious go with VR, and I don't just mean driving, I mean anything, like, you know, shooting games or adventure games, anything, skydiving, you've got to do it, it's amazing. Right, should we go for a fastest lap? And maybe not. We've got some traffic on this lap, but there's enough of a gap. Let's go for it on this lap.
You've got about 4 laps of fuel left. You've just done a 2:02.83.
Right, DRS open. Let's go for the fastest lap of the race.
The gap behind is now 10 seconds.
So you can see it, look at the green increasing because we've got the DRS wide open. DRS again. Am I flat through Eau Rouge? Yes, I am, Peter. Without the DRS open, it's actually easily flat through Eau Rouge. So this lap, providing I don't cock up the final corner here, should be easily the fastest lap of the race.
Got about 3 laps of fuel left. That's the fastest lap. That lap time was 2:01.89.
So the gaps between us and P3 and P4 are a little bit deceptive because we lost incidents. This is actually this is the top split. This is the best drivers in this series in this race anyway. And this was split into 2, so there is a whole other race going on with lower
11 seconds.
with lower ranked drivers. So that gap of 30 seconds to P3 is a little bit artificial.
There's an incident in campus. It looks like black.
There are 2 more laps to go at the end of this one. That was a pretty rubbish lap, even though I didn't have DRS. It was still one of my slowest laps of the race.
2 laps left. You're P1. 2 laps of fuel remaining.
I don't think we've got a fuel problem actually. I must have put some fuel in. Right, let's go DRS again. Let's see if we can get an even quicker lap.
The track temperature's rising. It's now 39 Celsius.
So we're nearly a 10th up on the best lap of the race so far. Bit of understeer through there. We've got one more DRS push, which we'll use up to Blanchimont.
Now we've got
Okay, so that's all the DRS is used. So the final lap of the race, the next one won't be very quick. But let's see if we can get a good exit to the
There's an
chicane.
incident in the chicane. You
Oh,
think it
God.
might be Romero?
I think he's cleared. Lost a 10th and a half or so through the chicane, but still the quickest lap of the race.
Come
Final
on,
lap.
Brad. One more lap. Keep it together. We'll win this. We think you'll be out of fuel on the next lap. The gap behind is now 13 seconds.
So guys, once this race is finished, there'll be a gap of about an hour. I'm going to keep the stream up, but the next qualifying will be at 8:45 PM UK time. There'll probably be faster drivers there, or more fast drivers, just because we're in the evening now. People are home from work, they've finished dinner, and it's a little bit more of a convenient time for the US drivers as well. So the next race will not be as easy as this, and this was only, I mean, not that this was easy, but the gap makes it look easy. And that was only like this because the guys all got into a bit of a fight at the start, so I was lucky. But I'm going to keep going, because you have to, you're not going to gain points unless you're racing.
Well done, mate. You made them all look silly today.
So we actually had a lot of fuel left there, so that was fine. Here's Rosso Sim Racing. So Rosso, hopefully you can see your logo as part of the scroll, which is switching between Yawn like Monaco, yeah. It was. So yeah, Rosso, down by the steering wheel video, it's switching between SimLab and Rosso Sim Racing, so hopefully you see your logo there. So a quick mention of the sponsors, M4M and SimLab, and Rosso Sim Racing, and OBP providing the pedals. So yeah, good start. So let's just have a little watch back of the start before I leave you, because it was crucial. That first lap was absolutely crucial to the outcome of that race, and staying ahead of everyone on lap 1 was really, really important. I didn't get the best start off the line. See, some of those other guys got a little bit of a run, but I managed to get a clean turn 1. Ah, we need to go to me. Oh, well, we can watch with this guy actually. So we're right on board with this guy. He got a good view of what's happening. So I blocked this guy. Then this yellow car came storming through.
The next one. Remember to send me a message with the YouTube link.
Yeah, of course I will. I'll do that, man. I'm just asking for the stream link. It's up right now, and I'm going to leave it up all night. So if you search for it, just search for my name on YouTube now, you'll find it live.
All right, I'll leave a comment so you'll find my channel as well. My channel is also just my name, so.
Perfect, I'll find it then. Right, so here we go then, stream. So I'm just going to go back just to show you how close it all got back there. So shall we see what happened in the crash?
All right, take care, everyone. Again, congratulations, Bradley.
Thanks, man. What happened in the crash? Why can't I choose at? Can I move that? Right, let's see if we can choose Yuki's on board. What happened to him? So he was running quite nicely here. Nothing happened there at all. What happened to Yuki? So we got past here. Oh, he tried to hang around the outside. Oh, okay. All sorts happened. All sorts happened. Let's just see that again from another angle. Right, so Yuki, the car we're looking at straight ahead. Hi, Johansson. Emil, how do you found it? So Yuki tried to go round the outside, which is fine. But look how tight he's trying to keep it. If you're going to do this, you need to let the car run wider. So, and also the car on the inside is running wide. So you need to take that into account. You need to see the speed that the inside car is carrying. You need to see the angle they're at and predict where they're going to end up. And you see the inside car had a big slide. If you watch that again, watch the yellow car. He has a slide just there. And instead of going wider to compensate or backing out, look how tight Yuki's keeping it. He's in the middle of the track. If that's me in that same position, I'm all the way over to the white line. And at this point, letting the guy through, because it looks like he's even going to go off. If he doesn't hit Yuki, he might be going off. In fact, Yuki's the only thing that kept him on. And as it happened, he got away with it. Yuki didn't though, and will have suffered serious damage from that. So, you know, early in the race, that probably wasn't very sensible from either of them, but particularly Yuki trying to hang around the outside there. You can go around the outside, but you need to be much closer than that on the straight. So that's what happened. Yellow car got away with it. White car got front wing damage. Yuki got some kind of floor damage or whatever. Okay, so I'm going to go and have a drink. I've got a beer behind me here. I'm going to have some beer and leave the stream running. I'll put the new time up. And I'll see you guys, if you're not busy, at 8:45. Let's go to a stinger. That doesn't work. Hang on. There. Ooh. I just realised the sound wasn't very loud then when I was reviewing that, so I just fixed that. I think the microphone was just a bit far away. I'm gonna go grab a drink. I'll be back. Let's put the holding slide up with the new start time. Bear with me. So, Rich asked me what the safety rating and iRating game was. So there we go. You can see it on the screen there. Oh, and I've just noticed I need to change the camera. I've not used this screen since I've had the new stream, so let me just change. It's good though. I like this website browsing screen. Did not mean to click that. So I need to change the wide view. Need to cut some of that off. Right, I can do that. So I gained 28 iRating, so I'm up to 6658. 2 more wins, and I will be at 6-7, which is the target for tonight. We might not make it there, but right. Let's transform this. I need to crop the top. I'll redo it. There we go. Sorted. So Carlos is on 5-2-3-5. That's pretty high. What's Yuki on? Where did he finish? 4-4-2-3. God, this guy had a 6. So he was a big threat. Tamas. He's almost got the same as me, and he lost some iRating. He lost quite a lot. He had contact, didn't he? He was the guy that ran into the back of Yuki when Yuki spun. So who was dragging our average down? It was these guys, Patrick and Colin and Emil. Emil, you were dragging the iRating strength of field down. What VR headset have I got? It's a Valve Index. Valve Index. So let me show you. Is the music playing, by the way? Let's have a look. Music. Yeah, so let me show you the Valve Index. Said I was going to go and do some stuff, didn't I? But I just ended up staying here chatting. Oh, I just noticed it says Bathurst 12 hours at the top. That's wrong. That can go. Bye. Butler Powell can stay. So here we go. This is the Valve Index. I've got a little extra fan on it here, which isn't standard. That clips in. That's like £15 on Amazon. It actually is like a little storage hole that the Index has. But yeah, see, it's got cool cameras in the front and nice, comfy headset. Looking at an upgrade actually, Pimax 5K Super, I think it's called. I think that's slightly better than this, but I don't need it. Until this breaks, I don't need it. But that one does use the same base stations, these things. So that would mean I wouldn't need to buy new base stations. Pretty cool. Browsing is this. Right, okay, so let's drag that up, because that's quite good. And we've got a page just for chat. So if I hit website, that's this one. Right, so chat is this one. Okay, cool. Yeah, so Tom, that is a little add-on. That is a little add-on. What other buttons can I press it? So we've done ads, holding screen. We've got the wide screen, where you can see my whole room, or most of it. And I like this one. I like this website one. So we can look at the iRacing. Look at the iRacing website. So let's have a look at what I've been up to recently. Then I'll show you my latest races. So if we look at results, is it showing you that? Yeah. These are every session I've done, and not all of these are races. Or are they? Are they all? Yes, they are. Yeah, it's sort of, okay, so all of these are races. And this shows you the finishing position. So if it's a yellow trophy, that's a win. Obviously, if it's silver, that's second. And if it's a number, that's a position. This is the one I was taken out of. I actually got disqualified. There we go. 114 iRating loss on that one. That's what I've been trying to claw back. So I went into that race on 1-6-1-2. So we're back ahead of that now. We are, aren't we? So I've clawed back all the lost iRating from that race. And all the rest. So that was there. Since that happened, I've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 wins. 3 of those with 0 incident. No, 4 of those with 0 incidents. So that's what I've been up to. So before that, at Monza, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 wins at Monza last week, and 2 seconds, and 1 sixth. Don't know what happened there. What happened with the 6th? Don't know what happened there. But yeah, so and at Spa we've had 18th, first. So disqualified, yeah. So Peter, you get disqualified if you get too many incident points, and I got too many incident points because I was rammed. Someone deliberately crashed into me, and that gave me too many incident points. So yeah, it wasn't really my fault. I was just sitting pretty in a podium place. But Yuki was going to win that one. How long have we got till the next one? So next race I can't sign up to it until 8:15. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to leave you with the holding screen in just a moment. And yeah, I'll leave you with the holding screen. I'm going to go check my rabbits, check the cats, give everyone some dinner, and then I will be back. Right, team, let's get registered for this next race. "21 people already in. This is gonna be a big one. Ooh, if it's gonna go wrong, it's gonna be this race. Oh, gonna do it anyway because you have to. You have to. You can't not enter in case something bad happens, because otherwise you'd never do any races. I think this might be the last one today. I think we might just do this one, and then I'll go chill out, because I've done a lot, and I want to drink the rest of my beer and not worry about it affecting my performance. And I'm gonna go watch the new Borat not the subsequent movie film, the next thing. I think it's just come out this week. Why is it not loading? What's going on? Some loading. Let's close it down. Maybe some issue. Ah, we never left. I never left the session. That's what the issue is. Right, let's try again. Wow, so many people registered already for this one. 15 minutes to go. It's gonna be a big one. Back again. Yes, we are, Peter. Next is the same again. Same again, but a harder race. So it's just loading. I need a shave. I think I might have a shave tonight. My grey beard. How many laps? 18. 18 laps. Just loading. How big a field? Well, it looks like at the moment 31 registered. The maximum in a race is 26. So 31 at the moment. So that'll split in two. I don't know who's entered yet. Probably all the quick guys again. Hey guys, are you in this next race?
Red. Yeah, might be.
Hey, what's up,
Just
Bradley?
started. Did you already join the race?
I'm just going to turn the in-game chat off, but anyone in the in-game, guys, good luck if you're in the next race. If I'm not talking to you, it's just because I'm in Discord, not in the in-game chat, so I'm not ignoring you. I just can't hear you.
The leader's just done a 201.26.
Hey, good luck to you.
There we go. Sorry, I'm back, Dennis.
And so you did already sign up for the next race?
Yeah, I'm already registered.
How many did register until now?
34 at the moment.
Okay. So we'll split.
Yeah, it's going to split.
First race today, or I did a few more races today?
I think this will be the last one. Sorry, did you ask, have I done others?
Yeah, how many have you done today?
3 or 4.
Okay. Always one?
Yeah, I've won all of the races I've done at Spa, except for that one where I got taken out.
Wow.
I'm getting close to 6.7k now. I'm just trying to work my way there. I was down to 6.4 after I got taken out. So anyone in the stream, if you're wondering why I'm not practicing yet, it's because I don't really need to. Oh, look, my cat's in the background. I'm just I'm trying to save my arms and my hands. My hands are getting pretty tired from this wheel, so it's pretty physical. So I'm just resting basically. And thanks, Peter. So you've had your second jab. So you guys are safe.
You join then.
Less is more. Yeah, I've done enough races. I don't need any practice. I'll just tire myself out by practicing, so that's why I'm not going to. Let's see the
So
chat.
what times are you doing now?
It depends on the conditions massively, but race times, the fastest laps tend to be 2 minute 1.6 with the DRS, and the fastest lap I've done in the race is 2 minutes 0.8 or 2 minutes 0.7, I think, but that was with obviously good conditions. Normal race times are 2 minute 2.5. If you can do 2 minute 2.5, then you're racing at the front, basically. On qualifying, pole is always in the 2 minute deads. Peter, I would love a crumpet. Hey, look, so you can see Mouse in the background up there. This is Mouse cleaning himself. So hopefully he won't come and disturb me during the race. You're very clean, Mouse. I will go out and do a couple of laps just before we start, just to make sure I'm used to everything. Lakuska's done a quick lap. Oh, 2 minute 1. Peter says hi, Mouse. He's ignoring you. Close times at the top. Look, Roccatello's quick. That's I'm probably 1 or 2 tenths quicker than Roccatello, so you can see where we would be in this field. They're good times for this temperature. Oh wow, luckily our cats don't bring us in any presents anymore. They used to. Alex Van Geen, on his stream, his cat brought a mouse in on the stream, on the live stream like this. It like came in behind and they started eating the mouse behind him.
You went for a pee.
Sorry man, say that again? Oh, you're going to the... You're going to the
I
toilet.
was on the toilet.
Okay,
But
see
I'm
you in a
back
minute.
now.
Hi Martin, welcome back. This race is going to be a lot more action-packed. I just know, because it's very, very rare for me to get away at the front like I did in that last one. You can all feel sorry for me because, look, I've got blister from racing. Look at that red, this red mark here. That's from driving. That's too much driving on this simulator. I actually think that's formed in an area where my cat, not this one, my horrible other cat, scratched me down my palm. And it's healed, but now I seem to get a blister on that foot. Oh, I think it's probably about the right time for us to go do a little practice qualifying lap just to get back in the swing of things. Bring the chat back up. Okay, qualifying setup loaded. Let's go.
It takes it, it's clear.
I think this is going to be my last race of the day. Unless it's horrible and I feel like I have to do one more just to compensate. But I think I'll probably make this the last one. 49 registered at the moment. How many do we need for it to split twice? 62? No. 52. We might split twice. We get 3 more people, it'll split twice.
Hello, mate.
Enter the race so it splits twice. You're live on my stream, by the way, guys.
How long is it? 30 minutes. Wow. You guys suck.
What happened to you yesterday?
When?
Yesterday evening.
What, when I didn't come back?
Yeah. Some nice barbecue.
It was a good barbecue. What did we had? We had hot dogs.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Made like 4 different kinds of hot dogs. Some had cheese in them, some had bacon in them, some had like peppers in them.
I like those.
Yeah. And they're big, fat, chunky ones. Well, I don't like hot dogs, so I had sausages that had balls in them.
What?
What?
Only apples, no. And also
Yeah.
some sausages with apple.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
no, there's little bits of apple inside of the sausage.
Okay, okay. Now I get you.
Because it's pork. Pork goes well with apples.
Yeah.
My live stream are loving your chat about barbecues.
Uh-huh. Yeah, barbecue.
Sector 2 is 2/10 off the pace.
And in honour of Brad and his other half, all of them were vegetarian.
Yay.
And
No
eat the
pigs,
new apple.
no pigs were harmed in the process.
I'm strangely off the pace in this session. Bit scrappy.
Hey, there's 50 people registered.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
We need 2 or 3 more, don't we, for it to split twice?
There's one of them.
Your quickest overall.
Yeah, so,
you guys see the channel that was created on Discord? You see
Yeah.
that?
The setup was Ramon.
Yes. So that's my setup. That's Ramon Alter.
Tom, where are you in
Yeah.
America? What part of America are you in?
West Virginia. Can't you tell by my accent? Come on, guys.
So, Peter, that's why he's having barbecues,
Sector 1 is
because although
quick.
he sounds English, and he is, he lives in West Virginia, so better weather. Still up somehow.
To be precise, Charleston. Charleston, West Virginia.
Did I design my livery? Yes, I did. Oh, this lap sucks. But
Yeah,
somehow
Brad,
it's
did
okay.
you see the channel on Discord that night?
I think I did. Was it yesterday?
I did.
I think I saw it yesterday.
The leader has just done a 2:00.9 seconds.
He's got beaten. Rubbish. Is it going to split twice now?
54, so 26. Yeah. So if it stays like this, there should be a 17 there. 18.
So Alessandro is
I
quick.
don't know whether or not at this point 7 divided by 3. 19-man grid right now.
It's good. That means it will really distill the best ones, won't it? We'll get a nice high top split. How long have we got? 2 minutes. There's no time for me to do another.
1 minute 40 seconds.
Yeah.
People need to stop registering.
Yeah.
Actually, no. The more people that there are in a session, the higher our SOF is going to be at this point. And the more iRating gain that you'll get. You'll gain more iRating with more people.
You
and
do?
a slightly lower SOF. Yeah, because there's more points to go around, yeah?
I still don't get how it works. I still don't understand exactly how that works.
So, are you familiar with how the chess...
Yeah, I've heard it's like chess, but I still don't know how that works.
Okay, so it's a percentage based off of people in the room, right? So let's say you have a 1,000 iRating, 2,000 iRating, and a 3,000 iRating per person in the server, right? That's it. There's just 3 people on the grid. The number 1 car, let's say, gains 100 iRating for finishing first. The number 2 car would gain 50, and the last person would gain 0. Now, if you start to flip those positions around, the number 1 car comes second, and the number 2 car comes first. All of a sudden, he will gain something like 125 for winning, but you being the number 1 car finishing second, you're no longer going to receive that amount. You won't receive what he was receiving. You'll receive a third of what he was receiving when he was coming in second, right? Because of how the numbers would divide based on the car numbers in the room. Yeah?
Okay.
So I'm just gonna try and put that into layman's terms for my live stream. So basically, you're seeded into each race. Your race number is your rank in terms of iRating. So if you're the number 1 car, you're the highest ranked driver in that race, and you need to finish in front of people who have higher iRatings or high iRating in order to gain decent chunks of points at the end of the race. And if they beat you, or if a lower ranked driver beats you, you will suffer and lose iRating as a consequence.
Yeah, so let's take, for example, me and Brad are in this race. Well, that's not an example, that's fact. He's the number 1 car, I'm the number 2 car. Now, if the number 20 car in the room, who has a lot less iRating than the both of us, they finish in front of me and Brad, we would lose a lot of iRating. We would probably still make iRating, but our gains would be a lot less.
Because quite simply, the 20th best person has beaten, theoretically, the first and second best people. So they've done amazingly, and we've done really badly in that example.
Yes. We would receive, like, maybe Brad being the number 1 car, finishing second behind that guy with a much lower iRating.
And I am the number 1
Brad
car
would
in this
receive
race.
maybe 10 iRating gain, maybe less.
And
now, let's say, for example, we exchange that low iRating guy with, let's say, Dennis, that's here in channel with us. He's probably going to be around the number 5 car in the room.
He's 10. He's actually 10.
Is the 10 car in the room? I haven't loaded yet.
12. Even 12, oh?
Basically,
It says you're 10.
Oh,
right?
Brad would
10.
then lose less iRating because Dennis isn't the worst iRating guy in the room, right? Because it's based on how many points that you have, I points, right? So the higher the I points are that finish in front of you, the less you will lose. So basically, a good rule of thumb is if you're the number 1 car in the room, win the race. Yeah, don't come second, just win the race.
Exactly, and that's why the pressure is on me in these races to, if I want to gain anything, I have to win, because I've already got a really kind of artificially inflated iRating by racing in
The track
series
temperature's
that I
falling.
was
It's
easily
now
winning
31
in the
Celsius.
past. Is that fair? Like in the Formula Renault 2.0s?
I would say that is fair. Yeah, we padded our stats by racing in a lower series where the winning was easy.
But making
We would
sure
also
we
go
won.
in-
Like making sure that's the thing. If you race in a lower ranked series, you have to bloom win, otherwise you will lose iRating. So it's just a different method. Rather than winning a few big races, you have to win loads of much lower ranked races and make sure you win. And this race, this series is kind of somewhere in the middle, isn't it?
It is, yes. So, I mean, this race has got a whole bunch of 4K iRating people, and then there's a big jump underneath to 2400 to 2600 iRating people. Now, if any of those 2400 iRating people finish in front of us, then it would be really, really bad. Like, if one of those people faster than Brad, and Brad's in second, Brad is making probably 2 or 3 iRating.
And the problem is as well, it's not just where you finish. If you have a technical issue, which means you don't finish or you come last, or if your screen turns off or whatever, that it doesn't care. You've still come last. So it's not just about your performance, it's about things not going wrong as well.
Yep.
Crashes as well, obviously that is about your performance, unless someone just crashes into you.
Track temperature is increasing. It's now 34 Celsius.
Good luck, guys.
Yeah, this is
Good luck and have fun.
nope, no fun. Just track
Looks like
driving.
you're clear on the pit exit. Okay, Brad, we've got 2 laps to set a decent time.
So, in case it wasn't clear, live stream, 2 of the drivers in this race with me are in a private voice chat with me. So we're now no longer
Pretty fast
talking
track, huh?
to all of the drivers in the session,
Yeah,
it's just the
that's
3
great.
of us. And
Yeah,
that means we can
also-
work together. That means we can
Not hard.
help each other move to the front, stay at the front.
Man's never hot.
Antonin, Titus and Yuki are the dangers here. There are also 2 other races, so there are 20 drivers in this race, but 60 drivers signed up. So there are 2 other races happening concurrently for the lower ranked drivers. But this is the top race happening right now. That was a pretty rubbish first corner from me. Not a great lap so far from me. This is going to leave me vulnerable. Need to get into the 2-minute deads.
Pole position.
So, seen a question there. Does it understeer? Like any race car on the limit with a decent balance, it understeers and oversteers all the time. And you're holding it on that limit all the time. Jesus. They lost 400ths out of the final corner. Is it enough? Tom moved up to second. What does Yuki do? That is tight. Dennis is sixth. Whoa. Yep, so Peter, you're right, the paddle. So I've got 2 clutch paddles at the bottom, which I need to check right now. Yep, they're okay. I've got 2 clutch paddles, one for 100% clutch and one for the bike point. I've got 2 gear change paddles, up on the right, down on the left. And you're right, there's a button I'm pressing on the top left of the wheel, and that is the DRS button. So in the qualifying session, or practice, you get as many uses of DRS as you want. You can use it anywhere you want. It's not like Formula 1, where you have to use it in a DRS zone. And in the race I get 8 uses, so in 18 laps I can use the DRS 8 times, and you use that strategically to either pull a gap or keep a gap or overtake someone, whatever you can use it for. And you can try and save them for the end of the race. If you want to just go for the fastest lap of the race, use them all on the same lap. You don't get any points for that, it's just for pride. So yeah, there we go, that's what I was doing. So there's also a button in the middle here I'm pressing, Peter, which is to clear my visor. So this button here does a tear off. You can't really see them, but I can see flies and rubber getting stuck on the visor, so I tear it off. Great job, Tom. So as it happens, my first lap
That's the end of
would
the
have
session.
been enough.
Pole position. Well done, mate.
I don't quite know how we're going to do this.
Oh, you guys are row 1.
We're going to have to do some serious teamwork here. Yuki got into a crash in the last race, as he kind of caused it. So he is a danger. The tyres don't really wear that much in this series. They're pretty strong tyres, so
You're a danger.
the tyres will overheat. That's probably the most that's going to happen in this race, unless you are doing a lot of wheel spinning.
So I've never used that quali setup before. I've done no practice since the one race I did yesterday.
You were quick, man. That's really good.
What do you use?
I used the one from Discord.
The one
Like
from...
the one that Ramon altered, yeah.
Okay.
With different gearing. I didn't really like his gearing.
The only one on Discord.
Yeah, I haven't tried that specific one, but he sent me one yesterday, a race and a quali one, and I didn't like the gearing. It was very different to this.
Is it called TW_FR35_21S2?
Not sure.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the one.
might be.
Yeah, well, that's the one. That's the one that I'm using. Yeah, I gave him my set, and then he gave it back in Discord with a couple of alterations.
Roccatello's quick, Yuki's quick. Obviously, like, #1 priority here is just to get away from everyone.
Si, senor.
18 laps. The track temp is 33 Celsius. Okay, Brad, get ready. Go!
Wow.
Well, something happened there.
Yep.
What the hell was that? You still in second?
Yep.
Did you just fire someone off?
Yep.
And you kept second?
He deserved
And
every
Dennis
bit.
is in third?
Yeah.
Well, we'll catch up with what happened there in a moment. I think someone got in the way.
Ooh. Almost died.
So what happened?
Yuki cut my nose off on the 41.
Did you make contact?
Oh yeah. Then I accidentally drove into him on the exit of one. Cough, cough.
I would like to have another last lap. Would be nice.
Dennis, you had a great lap one.
Yeah, it was fine. Just stay out of all the trouble. I'm staying behind you, Tom, not attacking you.
Tom, did you see yesterday where Dennis got ahead of me and then immediately spun?
No.
So it's probably obvious, guys, but the top 3 people in this race are the 3 people that are in this chat. So the people that we're on voice with.
Yeah,
Dennis
this
and-
Leandro was pretty fast on the straight line. Pretty low wing setting. No, so nice gap, pull away.
rid of the other really fast guys.
I guess you're going. Okay.
That was a bad move.
Looks like P3's gone off in Lake
Yeah.
Coombe.
Dennis, did you do a Dennis?
Dennis again.
gap behind's increased to 2.2
You guys should be fine now.
seconds.
Are you still okay, Dennis? Are you still going? Yeah, you're not that far back.
Why didn't you talk to me, dude?
You wanted to stay behind and then...
That's what I thought. That's what you told me.
That lap time was 2:03.05.
So dude, I did that thing where I took a bit more fuel out and I ran out on the line. So I don't know if it was just a particularly fast race or what, but I actually like ran out of fuel. You know, the red lights came on the dash out of the final corner, and I'd fuel saved for the final 2 laps because I could see it coming. Luckily I had a big gap.
Ah. 17.
What?
Incident point.
You've got 17 incident points now.
No, I have 7. Four of them was from Yuki.
The gap behind's increased to 2.1.
I'm back up to 4.99 now after having that massive disqualification yesterday.
Chicane.
Mm-hmm.
Fastest lap. The lap time was at 2:02.71. The guy behind has just done a 2:02.68.
300's quicker than me on that lap.
I had DRS though.
Ah, okay, I haven't used any. There's a monumental fight for third going on. 4 cars.
Yep.
You're in the lead.
Dom, can you guess why I won't be doing any races next week?
You're finally...
No, it's Phillip Island, the worst track in the world.
It's great. You're gonna love it.
Never did a race there before or left.
Every race I've ever done there has gone really badly.
That's strange coming from someone who's raced the Nordschleife.
Phillip Island's just a terrible track.
You should turn on voice. They're shouting at each other in Mexican. It's hilarious.
Are they really? Are they having a massive fight?
The gap behind behind is now 3.0
Yeah, it's like
seconds.
7.9, 8.2, 8.6. No, they're like really close. And Dennis is at the back of that.
Yep.
You passed them also.
I've had Dennis throw away an easy P3
Don't worry, I'm doing the same.
for the glory.
Zerando is so slow on the corners, but you can't pass him on the straight line.
I'm really glad I'm not in that fight for third, because it looks horrible. That is the danger zone.
Okay, Brad, we're matching race pace. The track temperature is decreasing. It's now 31 Celsius. The gap behind is now 3.0 seconds.
You're flying along, Tom. You're doing really well, man.
I'm getting used to this gearing. And this lap I've used DRS, so...
That's the fastest lap. That lap was a 202.64. The guy behind has just done a 202.09.
He was 0.6 quicker than me on that lap.
I don't feel like it.
That was my best lap as well.
The track temp's increasing. It's now 33 Celsius. That's your quickest lap in this session. The gap behind is now 3.2 seconds.
Oh no, that's my race over. I'm done.
Oh no.
Looks
What
like
happened?
P2's gone off in turn 9.
What happened? What happened, dude? And where's Dennis?
Yeah.
What on earth's happened? You had an easy P2 there?
Yeah, I wanted to stay close to Leandros to get him. Was a little early on the throttle again.
What about Tom? Where's Tom?
In the pits, mate.
What happened, dude?
I don't even know.
Was that Lake Coombe?
Yeah, they're coming off the left-hander.
Did you lose it like you lost it yesterday, but actually hit the wall harder?
Yeah, well, this completely lost it. Coming off the exit. Like, as I was to start turning right, it decided to continue turning left. And I got off throttle and it didn't, you know, I don't know.
Okay, Brad, half distance. Should be about 9 laps of fuel remaining.
You're
Your lap
keeping me
time
honest,
was
yeah?
2:03.33. The track temperature's rising. It's now 35 Celsius. To Mendes behind is increasing. It's now 8.5 seconds.
Sorry, live stream. That just got a lot more boring because all the main contenders took each other out. But we will watch them back after the race and see exactly what happened. For the moment, though, I've just got to keep going and bank these points. And yeah, Peter, I'd love a crumpet.
The gap to Mendes behind is now 8.3 seconds. That was 202.79.
Dennis, you're still going to make good iRating here.
Yeah, I'll
37 so far. You're making 32. I was making 58 or something before.
Damage limitation mission for you then.
I'm out the race. I'm done.
Oh, I thought you were still going in that 60.
I'm done.
Thanks very much for that last comment. I can't quite read your name properly because it's cut off some. Nerjos, I can only see Nerjos. Coming up to lap Alessandro, one of the front runners at the beginning.
Right, have you answered any of the questions in YouTube chat? Or not?
I've answered some of them, yeah. What questions are you thinking?
The gap to Mendes
something like
behind
that,
is now
I was gonna
8.7.
answer it,
Feel free to answer, because I probably haven't answered very well.
but- Well, I'll answer all of Pete's questions then. So,
Yeah, do it. Pete loves it. Pete's a long time support. Pete's actually been out to the Nürburgring a couple of times to watch me.
Nice. Yeah, so Pete, I'm guessing the button that he keeps pushing is either DRS or his push to talk button for Discord. I'm guessing it's push
Yeah.
to talk for Discord.
That's right, actually, it's both. It's push to talk, DRS, and visor cleaning.
Ah, speaking of visor cleaning, there's an app that you can install that auto clears your visor for you like every 20 seconds or something. You never have to push it ever again.
Oh, okay, interesting.
Do the tyres wear much? Goki, yes is the answer. Tyre wear is a thing, but on a track like this, not so much. We're more susceptible to tyres overheating than we are the actual tread wearing down and making them slower. If you overheat the rear tyres by having too much slip through corners or lighting up the rear tyres under coming out of hairpins and things, what you'll find is if you do it too badly, especially on some tracks, that it will slow you down over time. Wow.
You've just done a 202.85. I think P3 has binned it in the chicane. The guy behind has just done a 202.40.
Cloud cover. See, it's all got a bit dark. The clouds are this dynamic sky, you see, so the weather's changing all the time. And now the sun's out again. Now it's all bright again. Hopefully you can tell that live stream.
gap to Mendes behind is now 8.3 seconds.
Wonder what Alessandro's going to be like to let me through. Good man. He must have serious damage to be going that slow. Could we get rain? No, we couldn't. That's one thing that isn't part of iRacing is rain. Temperature change, rubber on the track, marbles, cloud cover, sunlight heating up the track, humidity, air temp, wind, all of those things are real, but not rain.
iRacing doesn't have rain physics yet. I know they were looking at doing it, but...
Alright Brad, you got about 4 laps of fuel left. That lap was a 2:02.82. Good consistency, keep them coming.
Looking outside of the voice chat about all the things that are included as part of the weather. So wind, track temp, air temp, humidity, all that stuff. Obviously cloud cover, and so the sunlight hitting the track is directly affecting the track temperature in that area.
Yeah, I don't have YouTube audio on because I hear everything double.
Yeah, that's cool. You answer it better than me anyway.
Nah.
So talking of tyre temp, I've been overheating my rears a bit, and so I got a little bit more oversteer through that last section.
I just watched the drama that's happened on track.
I'm looking
3
forward
laps
to
of
watching
fuel
it back.
remaining. The gap to Mendes behind is now 8.1 seconds.
Did Yuki go completely out?
Yeah.
The track temperature's decreasing. It's now 33 Celsius.
Mendes behind you is lapping same speed.
Yeah, he's really quick.
Come on Brad, 2 laps left. You're P1, only 2 more laps of fuel.
He won't lap the same speed on this lap. He's spun or something. Something's happened to him.
The gap to Mendes behind is increasing. It's now 12 seconds. One more lap, you're P1. This is the last lap of fuel.
How many DRS you got left, Dennis?
One.
Don't use it now.
No, he's using one.
Yeah, don't bother. Use it on the backstretch.
Yeah.
The gap to Mendes behind is increasing. It's now 13 seconds. Well done, Brad. Great win. You deserved that today.
How did it go? Did you get P5?
Yeah, I got P5. Unfortunately, not P4.
Right, live stream. Thanks for watching that. Let's review the start. So we're going to do a bit of a start review with the live stream.
Uh-huh. You should take a look at the beginning. Look at Yuki cut my nose off.
Let's look at it from Tom Wedgwood's point of view. Here we go. Yuki gets good starts. Yeah, he just drove straight across you. I don't know how you didn't have damage from that.
Yeah.
Wow, okay. You had 2 pretty heavy hits there. And I think he'd struggle to argue either of them. So the first one, you were going dead straight. Like, you don't deviate at all. It's not your responsibility to swerve out of his way. He just drove straight into you. Like, I'm going to watch from the above view. I mean, that was pretty obvious. He drove expecting you to just move out of the way. And that's fine if the person does. But if they don't, you have to stop.
Exactly.
I don't have an above view. I've only got chop out. I thought there was like a direct above view. Anyway, I'll watch from this one. Yeah, if you at this point start to move left, he can continue. But you didn't. You were absolutely within your rights just to go straight, and he just drove into you like you weren't there.
Well, if I had started to move to the left and kept my foot pinned, if I'm going to follow those rules, I'll be in the grass.
Well, exactly. I mean, in my mind, and this is the way I explain it when we do our podcasts, I've got this thing I made up called the lane system, and effectively you're always in these imaginary lanes, and they're not in a fixed position. They're just in relation to the direction you and your competitor are traveling. And in this scenario, if you consented to moving across, if he moves towards you and you start moving away from him, up until you reach the grass, that's fine. At the point you reach the grass, he has to stop moving across because you've got nowhere else to go. But in this situation, you're not obliged to move left. And he just assumed you were. He just moved left as if you were moving, and you weren't. So you were totally within your rights to stay straight. He should have spun himself out on your nose, frankly, off to the left. So he's already lucky to have got away with this. And at this point, I thought you both have terminal damage. So you were lucky.
I got 0 damage from that.
So then into the first corner, I'm watching it in super slow-mo. You still managed to make an absolutely perfect apex. Now this is probably the contentious part, but does he go off track?
I get a little bit oversteer. So here he drives outside of track limits.
Well, I mean, kind of. I mean, this one is more of a racing incident, but this is all stemming from the first one. You've gone in, you haven't turned towards him. You've just run out wide. I mean, if I was taking this incident in isolation, like if we just ignore the first one and then you just see this one, I'd say this is your fault, but it doesn't look like a deliberate punt. It just looks like a driver on the inside is running wide and there's a driver on the outside who happens to be there.
Read chat.
Read the chat.
You said that he would struggle to argue this one. Have a read chat. Yeah, just click it and have a look.
Guys, please remember, protest for number 3, he deliberately crashed me. Or you can protest Yuki for having 0x common sense.
I should have said 17x common sense.
Yeah, I mean, so this second one, it is your fault. But I think it's... I understand. You didn't even like slam into him. It was just a real light touch, but... So
I was actually off throttle at that point. So the reason that the incident happened with him on the exit of the corner is actually the setup. So
yeah, he's only in that position. He's only ahead of you like that because he'd crashed into you before this. So by rights, he should have been in the wall at like 5 seconds into the video. He should have spun off to the left. So yeah, he's only...
my differential preload is why I ran into him on the exit of the corner. Yeah.
He's only in... Oh my god, did he hit the wall? Oh my god. I just now want to see it from his view before I move on to the Dennis incidents. Where are we? See, if Becca was home right now, I couldn't do this because I'd be talking loudly. And oh man, I do feel sorry for him because he probably didn't deliberately hit you at the start, but it was careless. It's the kind of incident that shouldn't happen.
He knew I was there and he continued to move over him. It's just the over-aggression from the Japanese
he didn't
community,
even feel it.
Unfortunately.
He didn't even feel it.
Nope. But he consciously turns left into me, yeah? And he did feel it. Look at his steering wheel. Watch his steering wheel movement. As
oh man, he kept his foot pinned after you hit him. He kept it. He put himself in the wall. If he'd have just got off throttle, that wouldn't have happened. If he'd have just braked immediately, yeah, or if he'd... So again, his car was screwed. I feel sorry for him, but you know, I don't think he probably didn't mean the first one, but he should learn to give more room. If that's me in that incident where you tapped him, if I was him, I wouldn't have got tapped. I would have deliberately run wide. You don't get a slowdown, do you? You just get a 1x. So I'd have just gone, you know what, there's a guy pinched to the inside, I'm going really wide.
But in his fairness, not going super wide, right? So I am the driver where if he drives himself outside of track limits in order to
you'll stop
his
him coming
position,
back on, won't you?
I will purposefully sit there with my left wheels on that white line so that he cannot come back on track. And if he does decide to come back on track, I'll accept that it's going to be the end of mine and his race, just to make a point. That's just where I'm at with it. But in this scenario, if he had just stayed wide, he had a better run anyway, and he would have been in front. I mean, it wouldn't have made a difference. So
he made it worse for himself by keeping his foot in. Right, now let's see Dennis.
He's having always really good starts. Like his starts are always like...
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. There's obviously one little thing I'm not quite doing right with the starts. But they're normally like pretty good, but they're just not as good as Yuki's. I think I'm being a bit conservative with the clutch bite point because I had that one race where I just spun the wheels. I think I'm letting it slip a bit too much. So I can probably finesse that. Right, Dennis, when did you crash? What was your lap? Let's have a look. Lap 3. Lap 3. So, you get a run on Tom. You go for it. You go straight off. Okay. Dennis car goes speed on the grass. Oh man! How was your car not destroyed from that? You were so lucky that you hit tyres. Because if that was real, the tyres would have made that worse. It would have grabbed you and ripped the wheels off. Wow, you were really lucky there. Right, what was the other? And then we got Tom's. Where's Tom's incident? Tom's
so strange. It's the setup. It was the differential preload once again. So the oversteer on throttle and understeer off throttle. Understeer off throttle is what happened with Yuki on T1, which is why it pushed wide into him. And here is why it's is why I rotated the car.
You're not getting any kind of ban or anything for that because that doesn't look bad. It doesn't look bad in that video at all. It looks like one of those turn 1 things. Oh man, it's the same place. Oh, you go in so fast. It's one of those.
No. But look, the car keeps turning. It's the preload.
Oh,
it's the on drive preload on the differential. The car just keeps turning. I haven't lost the back end. Yeah, there's no rear end slip. There's no tire marks on the floor. It just keeps turning left, like an invisible. I don't know why.
Oh man, and yours was okay as well. Like your car was actually okay until it rolled. I can't see any suspension bending, and then it grabs at the end and just chucks you into the air. Oh man, that is not a good corner for you.
Then I was a turtle.
That's one of those. Hang on, I want to see your steering input. Oh, I just found the above view finally.
I start straightening it out, and it does not want to straighten out.
Yeah, but I think you... I mean, it looks like you kept the steering lock on too much, but that's in hindsight, because the reason you're turning left is because you want to go over there. That's where you go. That's the racing line. It's just at the point, the point where you make the transition to straighten and go right.
The car decides not to
going.
Because of the preload. Yeah, it's the setup.
And then when you're on the grass, you're absolutely screwed. And so your wing got bent, but your wheel was okay and your suspension was okay until it wasn't. Whoa, what a ride. Man, in VR, that is sketchy. I'm dizzy from that.
Hey guys, look at Brad's head wobbling around. It's like one of those things you put on the dash of your front of the car with the bobbling heads.
Oh my god, I actually feel a bit sick. I need to change the view. So I guess that was it, wasn't it? There wasn't anything else that happened. That was
there was some drama. David Ortiz in P16. He was yelling at the other guy.
When was that? What lap?
This is his last lap, dude. It ended his race.
He had a lap for... Oh, last lap. Oh, right, okay, let's see that then. Love watching the sim racing drama.
Yeah. He blamed the other guy. This is great.
God, it really got dark at points, didn't it? The clouds came right over.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, it's the next lap.
I thought I chose the last lap.
Yeah, here you go. Then.
Oh man, that is way worse than what you did.
Oh, wait.
Okay, I'll watch it in full speed.
But David Ortiz blamed him for it.
Oh, he's got quite a cool livery and quite a cool helmet. He needs to carry on. Get going, get into first gear and go, 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 go. Why isn't he going? Why has he parked it? It's the last lap. He quit.
No. It's his last lap. It wasn't the last lap.
Oh, okay. He still had 4 laps to go. I would still have carried on.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, if the car's drivable, you keep going.
Uh-huh.
Oh, man. I would be pissed if I was that Parmalat guy.
Yeah.
That was a really cool crash, though. Like, a real realistic crash, the way they both went in. These cars look great. Right, well, there we go. I think I'm going to end the stream there. I enjoyed that. I'm just going to go back to the chat, say goodbye to Peter, because I think he's probably the only one there. Oh, this still says they've got 15 people watching on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube right now. But I'm just going to say goodbye to everyone. Guys, let's change screen back to... What's the one? This one? Is this one we use? No, that's just chat. Website. Let's have a look at what... Just checking what the iRating game was.
3.3.
So that's practice. Where's the race?
No, the iRating gain was minus 92.
I still haven't got the race results up.
Minus...
Here we go.
You got minus 92, yeah. True, yeah, that's true. Oh.
So I'm on 6690. Oh man, it's tempting to do one more, but... Oh, I don't know now. I kind of really wanted 67, but I think maybe I should stop. Because that's when something bad happens, isn't it?
No, we can do the next one.
Are you doing the next one, Tom?
I'll do the next one,
Yeah.
but I won't stream it. I'll stop the stream now. So I'm going to put the stream out of their misery. Guys, thanks very much for watching.
I don't know. Just
And
broadcast it,
see you at the next one. Which is probably next week. I think this is probably the stream I'll do for this week. Next week I'll do the next... Oh no, maybe I won't do the next track. I hate the next track. Thanks, Aurelian. I'll let you know what we're going to do with the next stream. Because I really hate the track that we're at next week. It sucks.
Don't worry, guys. He's definitely doing the next track.
Tom says I am. I don't like it. Right, let's end the stream. Thanks, guys. See you later. Like and subscribe and share and all that stuff that content creators do. Let's go to the stinger, which is here.